Forest has a really good Delver matchup, but Delver usually has meltdowns and the like in their board to make game 2 a little bit more bearable. 8 Cast plays 4 Chalice in the main, which is super good against Delver. Most of the deck is 1-drops. So we're just going to have to see how this one goes. Cory Skinnon is a regular here on the right. And Ray has been here a few times. So looks like Ray might win this die roll. Yeah, Ray's going to go ahead and win the die roll, which helps a lot. If he has an uncontested Chalice, especially on turn 1 with forcible backup, that's usually lights out for this Delver deck. And we're going to have to see what happens with their opening hands.
And Ray, I'm seeing here, pretty stock list. Nothing really stands out.
He's running 3 Thought Monitor.
3 Kappa.
We got going on. Raymond versus Cory.
Yeah, so it looks like he's on 4 Psi, 4 Ember, 3 Kappa, 3 Thought Monitor, and 4 Thought Cast. So it's not really 8 cast, it's 7 cast.
That's just the new word to make.
Usually, they'll trim on the Thought Casts and not the Thought Monitors. The Thought Monitor is a threat on its own that trades the Delver and the like.
And interestingly, Cory with 1 main deck Pyroblast.
That's interesting. That'll help in this matchup. That stops Kappa. It does stop. It stops everything as long as he doesn't have Chalice. But we'll have to see what their opening hands are like. Yeah, I've had the deck for a while actually. Paxton. At the team tournament that was here a few months ago, I played it to great success.
Paxton's not allowed in this chat. Get him out. Get him out.
Did you get a buy?
Me and Ori are getting random deck checked.
Oh, that makes
And I
sense.
see here, Cory's definitely prepared for this matchup. In his sideboard, I'm seeing 3 Pyroblast, 2 Meltdown, Null Rod.
Yeah, no Rod's gonna be so clutch.
Daniel too.
Yeah, Daniel says for you to be quiet, Connor.
Hell no.
You're not invited to the stream, Connor. So Cory's gonna throw his back. Ray has a hand of Urza Saga, Sai, Cap. Ooh, okay. So that's a really good hand. No Chalice though. He's gonna put back the Kappa unless he has another one. I don't know if I quite. I think he might have another Kappa in the back. And Cory's going to keep his hand filled with nothing but blue. He's throwing back 2 cards. I guess I missed the first mulligan.
Yeah, I'm seeing here Mystic Sanctuary.
Force of Will, Days. Brainstorm?
He did draw 2 Brainstorms as the first 2 cards he drew.
Ray's going to go ahead and cash in that bottle now. It's interesting. Usually you want to kind of save your baubles for more grinding potential. And you'll be able to cast more things. Or if you draw a Kappa, it's better to have that stuff on the battlefield. But he's going to go ahead and start things off by getting some value right off the bat. He's wanted to play out that battle, but I think it's just better to just wait, hold that for the side. Bobble for turn on Cory's side. You're right next to me, Connor.
I'm not talking to you, bitch.
Brainstorm finds a lightning bolt in another days. He's gonna put those back. That bobble.
Oh, Cory
No
kept the
second
1-lander.
That's not. Oh, well, he's got redraws at least, but they don't happen on his turn. He's gonna see the card twice. apparently the right side is not lined up. That's what it's showing as. So Otawar for the turn. He's just going to go ahead and pass and use up that Urza Saga while he can. There's a Delver off the top for Cory. The only problem with that is he still doesn't have his second land drop. So we'll see how that goes. There's a construct. It's going to be a 2-2 right off the bat.
What is that?
What?
Is that like a Dragon Ball Z?
Oh, it's Dragon Ball.
That's Videl,
Okay.
wife to Gohan.
See, I don't use construct tokens made by wizards. My construct tokens are my champs.
Why is that Saga off the battlefield? I'm confused. Is he getting a second? Oh, he's, okay, so he's just, that's interesting, alright.
Like, the Machamps that I use for my construct tokens, you know, they look like they're gray. They're big, beefy boys. What is this?
Hey, Videl is a pretty good character in Dragon Ball Z.
At least use Android 16.
Okay, that actually does. Or 16 or 17, or Cell even works.
Yeah,
It's technically some kind of weird bio-android.
but like, this basic-ass bitch character?
He's gonna swing in there for 4. No land drop though, so he's gonna save that pedal. Maybe save the pedal for a Psy, but I think he drew a second Psy. He needed a land drop. But I mean, it's already expressive off the top for Cory. Still no second land though, so he's gonna hopefully find one off of this Ponder. He's got 2 Ponders in his hand, but he's gonna try to race here, I guess. Already missing a few land drops. Not good for Cory.
Oh, he'll hit it here. He'll never go that far without lands. But yeah, I see no lightning bolt.
I didn't see a land. Oh,
Yeah.
no, okay, so there was a Tarn in there. That's pretty big for him, but he's still way behind. And after this turn, Bolt's not, or actually, Bolt won't hit either of these now. So Bolt's almost dead. Next turn, probably going to equip that Shadow Spear and play out a Psy. How's it going, Brandon? Glad to see that you're off Tarkov for a few minutes.
No, he has 2 monitors.
Ooh, 3rd land. He probably definitely needs to get some more land in his hand, just for...
3rd land, ponder.
Yeah.
Oh, he's shuffling it away. Okay. So I can see Byron next.
Oh yeah,
turn.
Magetta would work too.
Equipping Shadow Spear to one of the constructs. Start gaining some life.
So he can Lotus Petal at his side and draw a land, but drew a bauble, so that's value off that side if he wants to. He has Force of Will backup, so if he goes Petal Psy, which will definitely be meeting a Force, but I don't think it's enough. But he has Days too. Oh, he's got 2 Forces in his hand, so technically he could double Force if he needs to and pitch it the Emery. Or he can cast that Emery now and wait to find a land drop for this Psy. Trying to weigh his options. I think the best route is to try to go for the Psy so you make those constructs even bigger.
Yeah, because you can what is it, Lotus Petal, cast Psy. Oh.
He's opting not to do that at all.
See, I think here I would have Lotus Petal, cast Psy, cast Bobble, make a Copter, You have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Then your constructs are 6 sixes.
So now he's just going to go for the straight up beatdown plan. And I mean, this is going to be a big swing. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5,
So there's
7.
sixes.
That's 13 damage. He's going to gain 7 off that. I'm pretty sure this is just over from here regardless.
Yeah, I would have went the other route because it would have been the same. It would have been 1 less damage.
But your
But then
board
you
is
have-
wider.
Yeah, then you have the Psy engine out.
Cory's opted just to bolt himself, and we're going into game 2.
So that's Ray Bonilla winning game 1. Cast a wonderful deck.
Yep. It's a deck I play personally.
Me too.
Oh, yeah, you did just build that.
Yeah, I was weighing my options between that and Delver. Decided 8 cast was more fun to play.
It is. Sometimes the hands are just absolutely busted where you can play your entire hand, draw 2, and then play those 2 cards as well. So you can end up having like 10 permanents on the battlefield on turn 1. Well, and sometimes it's a little bit slower. Like that was a slower start from Ray that last match, but I mean sometimes they could just play their whole hand. It reminds me of the old Affinity, modern Affinity lists. It's just the fact that you can play a draw hand on turn 1. Yeah, Cory normally is a Sneak and Show player. Or Goblins. He plays Sneak and Show and Goblins, but he recently finished his Delver list. So he opted to play that this weekend.
Somebody bring us food. That's all you.
Yeah, someone order us some food. Although I could lose some weight. COVID really did a number on my waistline. On the topic of Dragon Ball Z, has there been a more dubbed show ever? Like there's like 7 different dubs, all in English.
Unpopular opinion, Dragon Ball Z sucks.
I think it was good up until like it started getting ridiculous with the Boo song, I think. But I liked it up until then.
The first one in Dragon Ball Z was against Vegeta. Then Cell.
So it was Vegeta, then technically, it was Raditz first. Raditz first, then Vegeta, then the androids, and then Cell.
Okay. Because I think after Cell,
Yeah, after Cell,
that's when it was like, wait a minute,
that was fantastic, and then after that,
they're just rinse repeating everything that they do in the show.
yep, pretty much. Pretty much.
My email reminding me that I'm hungry. Somehow, for some reason, I get emails from Taco Bell. There's never been anything in my life where I looked up Taco Bell on the internet. Maybe on Google just to see if they're open or not, but
Taco Bell's watching you.
store employee Alex here playing with garbage bags.
And just so everyone's aware, we're going to be starting to sell playmats and T-shirts with our logo. We're also going to be actually doing set reviews and metagame reviews on a podcast style show. We're just kind of getting the kinks out with all of these matches we've been doing. More or less as a practice run. But we've been enjoying it so far.
And I see Cory here does have Pyroblast in hand. He did draw Meltdown for turn.
Yeah, Meltdown is their best card
Or his
against
opening
this.
hand.
It does nothing if he can resolve a Kappa Cannoneer, which is just an absolute house against any fair deck. The fact that it could just be unblockable and immediately come into play as a 5/5 with Ward 4.
Alright, so I see Island, Meltdown, Pyroblast, Force of Will.
Yeah, he's got Force, but so does Ray.
But I don't think he has anything blue to pitch. Oh, and a Delver. Okay.
There's an Emery turn 1, which is also really big against a Meltdown style hand. Because at this point, this is game 2. Currently, Ray is up a turn. Oh, there's a Chalice. That's big. So next turn, Emery will be able to get back that Chalice. There's a Delver.
Okay, so you can play the Delver for turn.
Oh, he's going to go ahead and get rid of the Emery now, but it's probably going to meet a Force. Or he might not even care about it. So Darcy trigger on the stack. Yeah. And I don't know if he wants to pitch that Force now or save it for something better, because Emery's really good right now, but I mean, Saga is just an absolute house on its own, so he's going to let that die.
Okay, that's smart, holding up that Force, because that Meltdown's going to be dangerous.
Yeah, and Cory, if he has something to pitch to that Force, it's going to be an even bigger blowout. Yeah, he does. He's got the Delver.
And Ray currently, I see, he does have Force, Broadcast, and where's the Saga?
Oh, he's playing out the Delver. That's another Delver in hand? Okay, so he had 3 Delvers.
Yeah. Well, no, that Delver in the graveyard was from the library. His Darcy trigger.
Force of negation, which is huge, but he needs to be able to cast both of those, which he could if he had sacrificed a Lotus Petal. So that's a big draw for Ray, because that'll be able to stop whatever follow up with that. Like, so if he forces and he can counter force. See what he's gonna have to do. I mean, if I were Ray, I would just wait.
He's gonna make a construct.
He's gonna make it here? No. You want to wait till your opponent's turn, so you can't just melt down right off the bat. Yeah, Wasteland off the top of Cory would be huge, but that's a brainstorm, so this Delver's gonna flip. Still don't have Delirium for that Darcy though.
Yeah, currently sitting on 3 card types in the graveyard. Still with the Force of Will, Meltdown. Wonder if Cory's waiting for him to make constructs before he uses the Meltdown.
Murktide, Expressive Iteration, and Mystic Sanctuary. I wonder what he's going to put back. He's going to put Delver Murktide back, looks like, or... Oh, it wasn't Delver, it was something else. There's the Meltdown. Alright, here we go. We're going to fight over this. I'm not sure. Oh, casting Meltdown now means even if he makes a construct, it won't matter. So he's going to have to force it now. He's going to force... Oh, yeah, he's going to force a negation it. Oh, this is going to be huge. So there's the force, and then he'll counter with another force. Whoa. What a trade. So that Meltdown should be exiled. Or no. Yeah, I would have stacked it so that the force is coming after the other force, so then it would exile the Meltdown. But...
Cory did miss Darcy trigger off the Force of Will.
He's gonna let it resolve. That Mox Opal's currently turned off though, which is not gonna be good. So he's gonna get at least one construct trigger. What's going on here? Oh, it's still in. Cory's deciding if he wants to do something end step, or someone wants to do something end step.
It looks like he's thinking about the bobble.
Yeah, I'm not sure I would get rid of that, because then that makes your Mox Opal even less turned on. Yeah, I would have saved that, because now you're not going to be able to make a second construct at all. Yeah, so that's just going to go away. It's going to fetch out probably Spell Bomb if he sees that. True, an island. I mean, that's what I'd fetch. Is if I see a Murktide, I'm definitely getting that Spell Bomb on the battlefield. Yeah. There's a Spell Bomb.
He's currently sitting at 12. Darcy is delirious.
Oh, so he did have the seed of the sign on hand.
Yeah, he just drew the seed side on. So he can turn on Opal, but not really do anything else. Make a construct if need be.
Yeah, I mean, those both fly, so that's not stopping him. But the only other thing I can think of is if he makes a construct, he can... Is he doing it now? Why did he do it now?
Oh, because he had that colorless floating from
The first
previous
saga. Yeah, that makes sense. So now he can Spellbomb that Murktide, or if he needs something else.
And Cory with Murktide and Mystic Sanctuary in hand.
Yeah, and that construct is out of bolt range. No, he's not. He's dead on board, but he's probably going to get Shadow Spear with that second one, which should be enough to get him safe, at least for a turn, unless Cory can somehow deal with that construct. But, I mean, currently there's a lot of pressure on Ray. If he draws Thought Monitor, though, that would be huge.
Cory thinking if he wants to play into the Spellbomb he sees.
I mean, you kind of have to force them to have it. Otherwise, he's just going to have more of an artifact count. And that means that he can gain 6 life off of this hit from Shadow Spear. Negates all the hard work he's doing right now. Even 1 mana is huge. Yeah. Okay, so he did exile that Meltdown. Yeah, he's just gonna do it. I mean, he needs to. He needs to force the issue. However, he's never going to be, or at least he's not going to be able to cast that Murktide anytime soon. He needs to exile that whole graveyard, I'm pretty sure.
No, only 5 cards.
Only 5? Oh, yeah, it is just 5. It's definitely going to be a thick boy, that's for sure. But it also turns off Delirium for his Darcy, which is another big thing. Yeah, he's just gonna bounce it now. Mystic Sanctuary in the hand for Cory, but that's not gonna be able to do anything. Mystic Sanctuary needs what? 4 islands?
3 other.
3 other. So Ray looking at the card on top. Yeah, I think he's just gonna float the mana. Did he draw a Thought Monitor? Yeah, I know, the Shadow Spirit. That's actually not
Probably weighing his options on what he can get because
not actually the best draw for him right now, because with the Saga it's just free. But now he has to pay a mana for it.
yeah, he's probably gonna just get an Urza's Bobble here. Or Vicious
Yeah.
Bobble.
Yeah, one of the bobbles. Yeah, and also this leaves him up to like a force or something. Because Saga, you know, it just puts it on the battlefield. So, but as we know, Cory does not have the force. So
So Ireland, Shadow Spirit, and he's probably gonna cast a Shadow Spirit with that one down floating.
totally. Oh no, he's opting to use the colorless. What? I'm confused. He overspent for that by 1.
Yeah.
Oh, so here comes an attack for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6? Yeah, attack for 6. So yeah, that now negates all that hard work Cory already did. And his Darcy is now smaller. So Ray pretty much just turned the corner here unless he can deal with that construct. That it's bad for Ray, because everything at this moment is leaning on that construct.
So assuming here that Cory did bring in the 3 Pyroblasts, he would need. Oh no, won't work, bitch.
Pyroblast for turn.
Razor, I don't know if he brought in the Razor Power. He does have more meltdowns.
Yeah, Cory just drew Pyroblast, which isn't going to help him at all in this situation. Yeah, so he can't pick back up that iteration either. So ooh, this isn't looking good for Cory now. Jeez, that's so swingy. He's gonna draw for his bobble. He's got Otawara, and then it's a Lotus Petal. He's now at 7 damage coming at him. He's going to go down to 6. And, I mean, if he doesn't deal with his construct now, he's just dead next turn. Ray should be able to bounce something if he needs to with that Otawara and just swing through. Delver is the draw for Cory. Another card that's not going to be able to help him at this point. I think he can keep himself alive. Oh no, he's just swinging for the fences. There's the Delver.
So you could go to war here.
Thoughtcast for the turn. Oh god. Yep, there's the use for that Pyroblast at least. And he can't Otawara, but I don't think it matters. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I mean, he'll go to 1. Aaron's gonna go back up to 15 or 16. And that's it. Let's see what Cory draws.
Yeah, he needed Meltdown. He needs Meltdown now. And I don't see it. I see land.
Daze, Brainstorm, land. Which he could. Okay, he's going to just go ahead and pack it in.
All right. So we have Ray Bonilla taking 2 games to none over Cory Skinnon. Ray Bonilla on 8 cast, Cory on Blue Red Delver. Just one moment here. We're going to take a look to see what's going on our backup table. We'll be back in just a second.